crows! This worked better than I expected. Actually, I thought it wasn't working at all for a second because I just had all of them flapping stationarily, and I thought it just looked stupid. And it turns out for birds to look realistic, they have to be in motion. So this is just one bird model offset a bunch with 10 bazillion shape keys to get all the feathers to do stuff and everything. But it reads as a flock of crows, and I love Boids for being able to just instantly make flocks like this. So I'll talk you through how to use them, although it's fairly self-explanatory. I've got the original crow here, which, I don't know, it's just in that collection. And then I have a crow's offset, which is that one same crow, but offset a bunch, timing-wise. And then, so if you want to make a big old flock of crows, well, here, let's start over. All right, so we have our emitter object here, and it's just a black oval. I like using spheres because it has a lot of different vertices at different angles and stuff, just lots of different ways for birds to pop out. So under the particle tab, we're gonna create our new particle system. Let's call it all of the birds in the world, and number 400 birds. They're gonna start on the first frame and maybe stop popping out on like frame 12 or something, and they're gonna live for 1,000 years. Physics type. Get out of here, Newton. It's time for Boids. Max airspeed, you can go a little faster. Minimum airspeed, max it out. We want to keep them going fast all the time. Air personal space, let's say, I don't know, 0.5. That's the percentage of their size that they are, so they can get pretty close to each other right now. These are the rules which govern their behavior. We'll get to that in a second. And let me get fuzzier. Yeah, fuzzy rules everywhere. Everything's fuzzy when you're a bird. Render as collection. We get to pick which of our collections up here we want to use. We want to use crow's offset. And let's see. I think it's good to go, actually. Scale, let's set it to 1 and add a little bit of randomness. You can see they're already popping up over here. So let's see how it works. There they go! And you can see they're already clumping and turning into little flocks and flying away. And that's because these are their rules right here. The first one is separate. They want to maintain their own like personal little bubble. But after that, they kind of want to stay with a bunch of other birds, though. And so we can add a tertiary goal, or a tertiary rule, which is a goal, which is the bird seed, which they don't care diddly squat about because they're so busy trying to separate and flock. It influences them just a little bit. But if we raise it up, before they even think about flocking, they're going to be trying to get their sweet bird seed, and with this we can control multitudes. You could have like a bird tornado and all of that, and if you turn down the personal space, you can make them go absolutely bananas. I think, let's see, personal space 0.2. Yes, just clump, and this Batman is in there. He's realizing that he fell down a well because his father always was proud of him. And so yeah, that's birds. I'll upload this file just kind of as is, and I think you could probably do this and then just link this into other projects too. So you could just have a couple bird things. Like, probably a lot of times you don't want 400 birds. You only want like 20 birds, and just flying across the sky there. And a lot of times you might not even need the goal, or just put the goal really far away, so that they don't get, when they get to the goal, a lot of times they'll kind of all whoosh swarm in. But this way you can just have some birds flying across the sky, maybe tweak the maximum speed so they're just taking their time. Oh, they don't care about the goal unless if it's close to them? Interesting. I didn't know that. Well, you can see how it works. And yeah, I'd probably advise turning down the maximum speed, but that just looks like birds to me. Sorry, this is one of those things I've been like kind of thinking about wanting to do forever, and I was always like, I am not worthy of birds. I can't do birds. Looks okay. Just don't get too close. They even look okay if you get up close. They got wings and all of that. They're not designed to be, very up close. Yeah. Anyways, I'll stop talking about how happy I am with the birds that I made, and hope they're useful. Oh wait, and because I always forget, You can see right here, these are the birds that are in cache right here. And if you just go all the way to like frame 0 and start over, you know, you can change things up and it'll start a new cache. But once you have a simulation that you like, you just under those particle settings, under cache, you can either say current cache to bake, or you can like delete all bakes and just bake a new one, and that'll keep the birds from rendering weird. It'll lock it in so that the different sims don't get offset or whatever. And it's baking. You know baking. I don't have to explain I just explained baking.